this little old town, you've been getting around, knocking on every man's door. Word on the streets that you've been cheating on me. You ain't worth the time anymore. So bad, you're so sad. You turn around and you do it again. How many lies, how many times, how many tears must I cry? How many days and how many ways, how many men can you break? Oh baby, how many men can you break? Yeah!
Welcome, Bob Polska. It is Wild Side. That was a band in 1989, B Metal. Their CD is Under the Influence, and that song is called How Many Lies. It's terrific. Wild Side. Megatron in the house. Redneck Red Pill. Warrior Zen. Wes is in the house. Send me that story, brother. Jerry Montagna. Not Cinderella, but it kind of sounds like early Cinderella. Yeah, good. Absolutely right. Anyhow, got a little quick one here today. The hidden red flags. Are there any hidden red flags? There's red flags we can find out very quickly, but what are some of the hidden red flags when we're dealing with the ladies? We got Mr. E in the house. Good for you. What else am I missing? Let me know if the internet's running slow today. The great band. You'll like them. I think they would have been really, really big. They got messed up during the Motley Crue. And there's a ton of B bands that got left aside right at the height of glam rock, hair metal, and then grunge came in, but they're one of them. I'll send you the link. Jerry Montagna, Rad has great taste in music. I like it all. Metal. I like Elvis. I love punk. And so forth. Radical Rafter is back. Good to see you. Timmy Kramer, the Forever Bachelor. Listen to the Pixies while lifting weights this morning. Francis Black. Frank Black, lead singer of the Pixies, shot a 77 on the golf course San Diego tomorrow. That's a man going his own way, folks. Timmy Kramer. Let's talk about the hidden red flags. What are the hidden red flags that we even know about? Well, we could look at their appearance. We could look at what they're holding in their hand, what they've pierced themselves with, what kind of ink they have, what is in their medicine cabinet. But what are some of the red flags that are hidden? Let's talk about the top 5. Top 5 hidden red flags for 300 Trebek. Number 1, She is always a victim of the breakups. In other words, the man broke up with her because he cheated on her. He wasn't nice. He was a felon. He was a jerk. He lied to her. He stole from her. Now, those could be all accurate, but she's always a victim. And she might play it with the crocodile tears. Oh, he broke up with me. I'm such a good woman. That's a hidden red flag right there. That's putting her as a very valuable person. But in the end, if she's always with guys that break up with her, something's wrong. Oh, Christian Henney's in the house. Good to see you. The secretions. I don't know if that's a band or a joke. Killjoy Redux in the house. Anything clearly narcissistic, run for the hills. I would say being a victim would be part of that. Fatherless homes, that's another one. That can come out in the very first, meeting. Hey, tell me about your family. Tell me about your dad. Manasseh's here. How do you feel about women who tattoo their kid's name on them? I don't like a woman with tattoos regardless. I am not a fan of the woman with the tattoo, and my daughter has multiple. Good to have Manasseh. He was abusive. Yes, he was so abusive. He cheated on me. So number one, victim is always the victim of the breakup, is always broken up with. Hidden red flag right there. T-Tox is in the house. Honestly, the fact that she is enough of a red flag. God, that's fine. Rella, got to meet the two other brothers from Radkey on Monday night. Had a few. You said that. That's awesome. We could not make Bandmade last night. I just got done with a 52-hour water fast. I was going for 72, which I would have finished it tomorrow. And my blood sugar was off. I had to eat some sauerkraut. Dak's in the house. Good to see our brother Dak up in Canada. Check out Dak's channel. He's always showing us what we can use for fishing from these 304s. We'll borrow the fishing tackle they put in their nose and face, and we'll give it to Dak. He'll catch us a nice walleye. Secretions are a great punk band. I think I've heard of them. I don't know much about them. When you think about it, guys, more divorce, anti-world, the more America. Okay, I see what you mean. Mr. E says if she only hangs around men or only has friends that are men. You might not know that right away. So that is a hidden flag right there. Well said. Radical Rafter loves the abusiveness. That happens, old Christian Henning, when they try to delete themselves. That's unfortunate. Did One Fast Dak lose his channel? I don't think he has lost his channel. I know he got 2 strikes. John Boston, the legendary John. Well, that's a nice water fast. Man, I was going for 72. I had it down. And last night I got really tired. And today I just felt like my blood sugar was off. So 52, 48s are amazing what you can get out of it. But I was going for 72. I could have done it, but I just didn't want a lethargic. And within eating some avocado and some bone broth, I got back up to some energy that I need. This weekend is the birthday weekend for the Rad, and I want to make sure I can ride my bike. 304 becomes sushi. Dak, you lost your channel? Why did I know about that? You just posted the other day, I think. Damn it. All right, this is One Fast Dak's new channel. See, the same thing happened to Dak that happened to me. Within very few days, you got 2 strikes, and then 3 weeks later, you got the ultimate strike. I'm telling you, they do not like to hear what we talk about. Ridiculous. Sorry about that, brother. I'll keep pushing the One Fast Dak too. Do I have to start slow on water fast? It'd probably be better if you start low, if you haven't done it, 16 hours. Never take yourself out over a woman, that's for sure, oh Christian Henning. I did take electrolytes, John. I took Element, I took some Himalayan, and for some reason I was off. Probably all that vino before. So I've got to prepare a little bit better next time. My longest is a 96. Thanks for plugging, guys. Get Freeze in the house. Brad, do you think it's true that there's estrogen chemicals in plastic bottles? Absolutely. There's crap in your shampoo. There's crap in your toothpaste that's causing people to go wacko. So number one, she's a victim, or she's always the end of a breakup. They break up with her. Another one is, well, let's talk about this one. She gets serious very fast. She gets serious very fast. She wants to become exclusive quickly. Why? What reason why? That's not typical behavior, but that is a hidden red flag. She's blowing your phone up, loves to be with you, wants to see you the next day and the next day and the next day. Now, Rad has a story, an example. Went out with a gal, I don't know, 2018, year and a half after I moved out. Gorgeous gal, blonde, 10 years younger, director of a technology company, very good job on the East Coast. And went out one night, dinner, drinks, the $40 Tom Likas rule. And I said, we had a good night, kissed her on the cheek, or I kissed her in the car, and then said, hey, I'll see you again. She says, well, I'm going out of town this weekend, and so I won't see you. I go, oh, no problem. Give me a shout when you get back. Maybe we can hang out again. And I wasn't interested in anything but getting the heels up, if you know what I mean. So the next day she sends me a text. My plans fell through. Let's hang out this weekend. Well, it turns out we did hang out 2 days later. It was the Memorial Day weekend. And we went hiking. And from there on, within 6 weeks, she had baby daddy issues, medicated. She was the one that drank a bottle of wine by 10:30 in the morning. And she'd always tell me, to be transparent, I've had 2 drinks, which meant 10. So anyhow, again, wants to hang out with you a lot. Huge red flag. Love bombing, huge red flag. Okay. When I do carnivore, I can fast easier. Yeah, I think I took a lot of carbs, John. I just didn't prepare for it right. I mean, I think I did pretty well. But the next time I do it, I'm going to go complete keto for a couple of days, cut the sugar, cut all the crap out, and it'll be a lot easier. Take Beto before and after. There you go, Megatron. My friend, I told him about BPDs and narcissists with Matt Crossroad Cooper. Man, some guys don't listen. Some guys won't listen. Try to give guys advice, they won't listen. If they're married and they're upset, they won't listen to a guy that's not married. I think, Mystery, that is a fake account. That is a fake account. I know there's an imposter for Dak. So number 2, she gets serious really quickly. How about this one? She changes herself to suit your preferences. Example, you love the Phoenix Card or the Phoenix Suns or the Miami Heat. She doesn't like basketball, but the next day she's buying tickets to the Heat. She's wearing jerseys. She wants to see everything. She wants to basically become one of you. I take a massive amount of suspicion in that, especially if they're older. Now, a younger girl is different. An 18 to 22-year-old would be different. But a gal, I'm talking women in their 30s and over. They all of a sudden change everything and basically become 100% your preferences. Now they love to fish. They love to do everything. Again, another way to get into your life and to get an anchor on you by spending more and more time with. Oh my gosh, you love the Miami Heat. You love the New York Knicks. You love the Yankees. Wow, we should just hang out all the time. Again, ways to get those claws in. Hidden red flag. Hidden red flag. Just think about that one. Now, are some people genuine sports fans? Sure. I have an issue. My ex-wife loved the Blazers, as we love the Blazers, Portland Trail Blazers in my family. I get it. But not a lot of women are hardcore sports fanatics. Now, if they are, great. But a lot, sometimes I just think it's too much. Timmy Kramer, if she constantly talks about college degrees and how powerful she is at her job, run. Yes. You can find out in that very first encounter. She will tell you what she's proud of, her successes, that she ran through the ranks. She went to an Ivy League college. She busted her butt. She busted her butt on the library chair and on the kitchen chair as well. Rad, the guy who married the 300-pounder, she's been upset he didn't buy her a home yet. Did she call him abusive? Another plenty of well success story. Oh shit, that's funny. Flaky girls are bad spirits. Yeah, you can find out really quick about flaky girls and girls that don't respond, don't reciprocate the effort, and so forth. Dak saying that one channel is fake. Yes, I think his second channel's got 1,000 subs. His first channel has on 7,000 that got deleted. Sorry, brother. It's ridiculous because your videos were extremely tame. Drop anchor and cut the line on its way to the bottom. It's the best advice ever, T-Tox. So again, playing the victim of all breakups, wanting to spend all of your time with you, changes herself to suit your preferences. Okay. What's another one? Only hangs out with male friends. Monopolizes your time. What about, here's one. How about jealousy? She gets jealous of maybe if you spend time with your friends, maybe if you spend time doing other things, right? All signs, psychological issues of red flags that are, not visible. We're not talking about the visible or the ingestible red flags, drinking lots of wine bottles, some head meds, funky Botox on their faces, fishing tackle, tattoos. We're not talking about that. Skimpy outfits, iPhone. We're talking about psychological hidden red flags. Wells are nice when you see them on the sea, especially in Mexico. Oh, Kristen Henny. Rad, going to a high school reunion, women posting pics from 10 years ago, and all the women chime in and say, look at these hot women. There's another one. Hive-minded in the past. Oh my gosh, girl, you're so amazing. You look the same as you did 20 years ago. How about that? How about that? What's another one? She gets defensive. She gets defensive. Lacks empathy, right? She gets jealous. These are things that will come out later, but they're hidden right now. They're hidden in those first couple of encounters, right? That's what we're trying to help men understand, that there's obviously issues. Now, are there issues on men's side? Absolutely. So any ladies that are listening to this, men also have red flags. Buyer beware on both sides. Jim King is back. Ray, Rad, and chat. Can't watch this now. Just check it in. Good to have you. Good to have Jim King. Attaboy. SCE is back. Good to have SCE, Successful Endeavors. He's a heavyweight on all these channels. Here's another one. She jokes about abusive behavior. Right? What about the tears? What about the tears? Tears that come down a lot. Now, I would say the majority of these red flags are a cause for concern. There are women that have massive mental issues that need help. I have family members that need to get help on what has happened when they were in their teens, because it's still playing out in their adult life. So, but those that don't seek help or don't want help or don't think they need help, these are some of the flags that we have to watch out for. Okay? We're trying to keep men away from self-deletion or being deleted physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and financially, and being safe. And if you can't spot red flags physically or psychologically, you could end up in extreme dangerous situations. Brad, what are your thoughts on religious women? Have you run into women who say they pray over every decision? I have faith, yes, but I don't pray when I make a decision. Religious women, John, are probably the most red flag of them all. They hide behind the Bible and the good Lord. They hide behind the teachings. But in the end, are they virtuous as they say they are? Some of the gals that I have had time to spend with under the covers are Christian, that display the same characteristics we're talking about. So wouldn't trust that either. That's just trying to put them as a virtuous, attainable, or desirable woman from a man's perspective. Oh my gosh, she prays to the good Lord. She's even better. Classic, that's a great hidden red flag. I didn't even think about, John. Perfect. Christian women hiding behind their virtuous morals. Now, there are probably some that are like that, but very rare. 1% to 2%. If they try to take your channel, then you know you're speaking truth, brother. Well said. Well said to Dak. Shit testing is a major red flag, Mr. E. Well said. Yep. Getting jealous, making you cave under pressure. Yeah. Somebody's trying to take us all out. That's for sure, John. I don't know who it is. JLM is in the house. Good to see you, brother. Rusty Rivers is back. Been a while. CJ is here. Good to see CJ. Shout out to everybody listening that have not popped in. And if you're new, let me know what part of town you are from. So who we got here? We got a new one here. Emmett Mantle. Greetings from Gone with John. Okay, great. Glad you're here, brother. Tell me where you're from. Shout out to Gone with John. He's got some good stuff. He's going every day too. FJT is back. Good to have FJT in the house. One less dollar we spend on these honeys. Mountain Monk is in the house. How about you guys? Garrett Grant. Good to see Garrett. So those are the red flags that people need to watch out for. Remember, in sales, here's something that someone should know. I've been in sales my whole life. So when somebody says they're interested in you, a lot of salespeople, they get bunny ears. It's called bunny ears. Their ears go up. He's going to buy from me. Well, no. Being interested does not mean he's going to buy. In fact, you're probably going to screw the deal up by talking too much. Shout out to Tulsa, Oklahoma, Emmett. And so a lot of times men will get these signs. They get smiled at, or they say something to the man. The man gets bunny ears. Oh my gosh, she wants to be my girlfriend and get married and live happily ever after. Again, false flags. Just because a girl smiles at you doesn't mean anything. Maybe she's just a nice, congenial person. Maybe she wants something from you. Maybe she's looking for attention, which is what I would bet all of my money on. She seeks attention. Don't give him attention. Stay out of the swamp. Harry from Northern Ireland, Belfast. Good to have our brethren from across the pond. Shout out to Harry. Irish Guinness. Who else is from Ireland? You too, right? Dak pissed off the trolls by not removing a video they didn't like. They flagged him, and now we're here. Same thing to me. You guys all came and helped push this new channel. But in the end, I don't give a damn how many subscribers there are. I already said my piece. I want to see men succeed. And hopefully, now that all my videos are transferring to Rumble, at least I can be living there. I say this again. Never get married. You don't want to get married. I can't get anything on online dating, not even a 50-year-old landwell. Well, it's because they love the attention. They love the attention. Simple as that. See you later, Bob. They love the attention and they get. There's no reason for them to really meet with all of these suitors on that swipe on them. They get the attention and validation they need, and off to the next guy. Until they find the 6'6", six-pack abs, $6 million man that's both a beta and an alpha in one. Well, guess what? That doesn't exist. That's what we call unicorn. Wolf King Sigma back. Red flags, not just hit and keep a rotation, burn our phones, or go monk. What a way to keep yourself occupied. Good to see you, brother. Good to see Wolf King. Even Michael Bennett runs away. Guys, I'm not anti-marriage. I don't recommend it. Marriage works for 1% to 2%, or maybe less, half of 1%. Other than that, it doesn't work. And good luck trying to make it work. Trust me, you don't want to go there. I married a Christian woman. It didn't work. I married a woman that loved her father, that didn't have tattoos, that wasn't head meted till later after things happened, 15 years later, that had a degree. Well, but they say 90% of women with degrees typically divorce or initiate the divorce of their husbands. She followed the lines of all the things we've talked about: the Duluth model, Berthold flaw, hypergamy, what have you. It just is what it is. Mountain monk, no marriage, no peace. Oh, how is that not truth? Just a heads up, some women have hidden cameras in their homes. Maybe I'm just old school. Absolutely. And make sure that your text messages, are good. A lot of folks have talked about this. If you're going to run the route of smashing and dashing, which is extremely dangerous, by the way, make sure it's consensual. Make sure you have a text stream. Make sure you, in the end, say, it was amazing to meet with you. Oh, and just let them push you away. Manasseh, well said. Cameras in their homes. Solid Snake died old age, not getting married, or nagged by Fox D. Wolf King Sigma, was she cool? Yeah. I mean, we were both graduated. We both wanted a family. She was attractive. But again, I didn't do my homework. Got caught up with my bunny ears. FJT, red flag if she thinks that you're violent before meeting you. Girl told me her sister said I look like a criminal. I told her it's best we don't hang out. Now she's blowing up my phone. Oh, no surprise there. When you pull away, when you reject, they come after you big time. Women on dating apps seem to have some kind of problem, mental issues, Harry. Well, all of the good gals are taken, right? Is that what they say? So the bottom of the barrel lurk on the dating apps. Women find out the laws will favor them in divorce. It starts from someone chirping in their ear in search of a divorce on divorce attorney websites. Couldn't agree more, John. And then they'll say, you're abusive. My Dodge Ram will rule them all. My brothers, it shall protect us all. Attaboy. No family, no problem. Guys, it's a different world when you have kids and go through the courts. You don't want to be there. And let's face it, Rad, getting married is like getting head crabbed by alien parasites. Well, that doesn't sound fun either. So those are the red flags we're talking about. There's lots of them. There's red flags when they try to shit test you at the beginning. But stay away from the chaos and the drama, but by not getting involved. Women on dating apps always say, maybe I'll let you know when I ask them out. My sister showed me all of her dating app messages from the men after a weekend. She had 400 messages from 400 different men. They have no time to go through them. That's why they don't get back. They get all that attention. They're like, and they're still searching for that 6'6", six-pack abs, $6 million man who's an alpha and a beta in one. FJT is like George Costanza having fugitive with the female inmates. Watch out for women who say things like that to you. They are trouble, and it's a warning. Well said. George Costanza, the voice of reason. Remember when he played the bad boy? I think the culture here messes them up early. Now forget it. Absolutely. FJT is delusional. Yeah, as soon as I pull away, she's on my jock. No second chances. Zero tolerance policy next. Zero tolerance policy for 300 Trebek. They all call. You got to listen to FJT's voicemail. They go nuts on him. Was the last one the Chinese one where she called you like 10 times? Or was it? I can't remember who it was. Funny as hell. Maybe we all can pitch in for a harem in the Philippines. I don't want anyone's sloppy seconds. But in the end, here's the deal. You got to watch out for these flags. You got to understand the game that you're getting into. And you got to understand the freedom that comes with not playing the game. If you know how to play the game, that's great. We have people in this chat that are monk, that some are black-pilled, some are red-pilled that just hit and quit. and use burner phones. Some might want to date for a few months. Great. We have to help each other understand the 3 principles: no marriage, no cohabitation, no kids, no providing resources, no spending money that you don't need to, looking out for the red flags, understanding she's not yours, it's just your turn. If all men understood this, they wouldn't go so beta male incel and simp. If they just understood the minute that they have with someone could be a minute they never get again. If they just understand that female nature. That crazy Arabian one was hilarious. Jason Reed from Colorado, they can be very clever by hiding the red flags until they close you on marriage, and then that's when the change happens. Well said. A lot of these red flags are hidden until you get married or till you get engaged or till you're in an LTR. It's amazing all these women have men blowing up their phones and they can't find a man. These simps make a 50-year-old 300-pounder think she's a supermodel. It's so disgusting. Well said, John. Drink a nice tall glass of BH Be Gone every morning, says Travis. Good to see Travis in the house. You can have a great life if you understand female nature and if you navigate accordingly. If you don't, you're going to be walking on eggshells and you're going to die emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, possibly physically, spiritually, and financially. If you don't understand this, this is why men come to these channels. And I'm sure a lot of guys that have channels get emails from other guys asking for advice. Black Mesa head crabs are females' attachment to your head. Well, 98% are not recommended. 1% to 2% do. But you got to vet the 1% to 2% too. Simp thirst is insane, Rat. I see guys with green hair and rainbow clothes too. Yes. I saw a guy the other day, blue hair and a bull ring. I wanted to punch him. Just, you know those guys in high school that were total jocks and socias, and remember the word social? The young guys probably don't know the word soc, which stands for social. Jocks, popular. There's that one guy you just wanted to punch right in the face. There's that cake boy. Women are like headaches. Women can bring on headaches for sure. Men are in charge of allowing that to happen. That's the problem. We talk about all the red flags, but should we allow that? We should not even allow it in the first place. You find out she really is during the divorce, says Mountain Monk. Well said. I did not know mine until the end. All women are chameleons to one degree. All women have a shovel. Some are bigger than others. Well said, Rusty. Gone with John is back. Good to see Gone with John. Check out his channel. Putting out great content every day. Typically, I watch all you guys, but I'm doing work, so I've got you in the background with a like. You open to dating a yacht rat? I'm not a monk. I'm not a monk. Machi is back. Good to see you, brother. Her sister said that I look like a criminal and I'll rob her. Boy, if you ask Tom Likas, that's a positive for you. I said, why would I rob you when I own land, real estate, and stocks? I said that you're one that asked to hang out with me. Using logic for their emotional state. You can use crowbars for self-defense, but laws will support the hand crabs. Best defense is understanding. The Simps army make the fugly ones think that they're beyond beautiful. Even the most average girl think that they're the greatest thing ever. Well said at SCE. When I was in high school, the fat chicks were invisible. Think about that. In Somerville, MA, super libtard city, they have new laws for civil unions for more than 2 people. Jeez, what the F is up with these guys? You are okay with a woman having more than one guy to live with? Oh, yeah. I think it happened in the Philippines. Like 3 people got married as well. This world is clown, generation clown. Jocks are indie now and douchers. You guys remember that the term soch? It was out of The Outsiders. I was at a store about an hour ago. Dude had pink hair, definitely activated my punching mode. Jason Reed. Every time I see a simp or a beta or one of these generation clown participants. I just think to myself, these are the people that will potentially be running our show when I'm 80 years old. Can you imagine? By then, we'll be taken over by a stronger civilization that is not in North America. So, buyer beware. These kids have no idea what they're doing. I mean, the young boys are lost today. There's been countless books written about it. There's been countless podcasts that talk about the low testosterone, the low just energy of these boys. They just have no father figures. It's literally the destruction of civilization. Destruction of civilization. And we got Potato Joe and his ilk pushing it forward. I've seen the movies The Outsider, says Megatron, and they use the word socias in means of dogging them. So I told her it's best we don't hang out since you think I'm a criminal. So now she's blowing up my phone. Baby, please, no, I'm sorry. Of course. Rejection is the biggest turn on to a lady. Brad, you're going so far back in time that it's not relevant to modern conversations. So you guys remember this? Face. When you didn't like someone, you didn't flip them off, you gave them the face. I do like your head crabs analogy, oh Christian Henne. Let's see what I was lost in my younger years. And hopefully young men and see these channels and they adhere to it, because they're fundamentally and subconsciously, they're lacking masculinity. That is the issue. They're masking it. I call the cornballs ilks, UK term, oaks. There you go. Fat women used to have a good personality to make up for their body. Now they think they are 10s. Fat women today, they think they're princesses. When I grew up, they were invisible. Nobody looked at them. There was like 3 in my high school. Please, God, help me. Head crabs host or the victim screams. Potato Joe got more cooked than anyone and the least counties ever. I can prove the numbers don't work on a nice piece of paper, but liberals can't understand math. They only understand CNN and MSLSD. I think Michael Savage says that. The head crabs are toxic nervous system, makes you dormant for the alien female parasite. Well, we've talked about that too. I was just at Whole Foods. Over 50% of women were obese. Do they have pink and purple hair? Fishing tackle in their face? They had something. I'm thinking I got to just send this quick text. It is, we live in Generation Clown. And again, I've got 2 boys and I try to tell them to pick wisely, to not get infatuated, to understand that the dopamine chemicals, to try to do the things that they need to do to improve themselves and put themselves on purpose and not to put a woman central. And I hope that settles down. I know it resonates, but you never know. These 3 chemicals, dopamine, oxytocin, and serotonin, are very powerful when it comes to a 20-year-old boy. Just a world of deranged inversions of what was previously healthy. Strange times ahead. Wolf King Sigma. Guys, I don't think society has ever been in this situation. Well, maybe at the end of Rome, the Roman Empire, with all the Skittles there. But we have no idea what's going on. Rad, that's part of the soy poisoning. GMO soy strips men of testosterone, blimps women out like crazy. You know, there is something about food that's grass-fed, range free, but you got to watch out for that. Apparently, I just figured it out. Rad is texting Gwen Stefani. She was pretty good looking when she played with No Doubt in the early days when they were punk ska. Not until when they got on the radio, that's when she went wacko. But the reality is this. So they say like free range chickens. The definition organic for USDA or whoever puts those benchmarks together means that the chickens can all live together as long as they have like 10 minutes or 30 minutes outside of the cage and then go back in the cage. They're considered free range. So try to find a local farm. When I see these green-haired, nose-ring, obese women and men, I want to say to them, tell me you voted for Potato Joe without telling me you voted for Potato Joe. And guess it's feelings over facts. You know, that today's currency, political and social currency, is all based on feelings. When I grew up, it was facts. We played a game called Smear the what? Queer? We played it every day at recess. We'd always find the friggin' pussy-ass kid and we beat his ass. And then we take turns. But it always started Monday at recess. Get the friggin' nerd. Or get the weird kid. And then we'd play it differently. But those are the kinds of games we played. We played, worldwide wrestling on mattresses in the backyard, and you got your ass kicked. Everybody played tackle football with no pads. Now people are running to their safe spaces because everyone's abusive. Megatron, trust the local farmers markets. Well said. Can you do a call-in show? I've done one in the past. I'll actually open it up probably a couple weeks, and we'll give the link out. You can just jump in this way. I remember getting out of the Navy at 20. I was chatting up anything that moved, middle-aged hoes on the street. Was a horn dog with a bony. 20 years old. I mean, testosterone is flowing like the River Nile. Overflowing, powerful. Testosterone is a drug, man. Men will do crazy crap when testosterone overwhelms their upper head. They will do crazy stuff. They'll delete others for the woman. They will jump in and be a Captain Sabaho. They will do things they never thought they would do. Why do you think most of these kids are in prison? I would say 75 to 80% is over a lady. Am I the only one that gets disgusted seeing women with bull nose rings? Oh, it's disgusting to me. I want to just rip them out. I wish I had like a Spider-Man, like little web I could throw out and magnetically grabbed it and I could yank it. Oh, they're disgusting. SCE says we're dealing with the UN working on destroying life as we know it and replacing it with clown world. You will own nothing and be happy. Klaus Schwab. When we used to go trick-or-treating, we used to bring Roman candles and bottle rockets to throw to the big kids who tried to take out our candy. You remember taking a Roman candle and shooting it at people? We did it all the time. There was that dumbass on the street over that would light up black cats. Remember the firecracker black cats? And he'd like blow up his hand or something. There's always that story. But we would always shoot Roman candles at people. Boy, how things have changed. Rad, what are your thoughts on Black Mesa head crabs infection? Stay away from them. Pull the pin on the freak out grenade. Well, I think if we stay out of that and go under the radar and work on ourselves and do the things and be minimalistic, we don't have to deal with that crap. Rev 20 Pieces is out driving his van around, and freedom. I think ultimate freedom right there. I like having a house, but I don't like having a house because it ties me down to one place. It's pros and cons. But the ability to move, and that's probably the great thing about divorce is the freedom I have. No longer do I have to make someone happy or deal with staying in one place and not fulfilling my purpose or dreams. I would have done that if she was part of the equation. We could have done it together, but that didn't turn out. No longer, but there's a huge sense of freedom being in my space. He is nuts, friggin' Klaus. FJT, I cannot stand the bullnose ring. I know this obese woman, and she got the long purple hair, extensions, big eyelashes, and long nails, And she's 250. Oh my gosh, if she's 250, that means she's skinny. My neighbor, she was a single fatty, 23, awful giant skull tattoo on her upper, massive tiats and smoke turn off. Okay, you want to talk about red flag tattoos? Palm tree on the back, Tinkerbell on the forearm, shot glass on the ankle. Let's see, what's on their thigh? Their thigh is typically like a flower, and there's always a heart around her breast, upper breast. It's like, I mean, this person, if that's how they ink permanently their body, can you imagine what their house looks like? Completely out of space or out of place. If there's a feminist, don't let her hooks get into you. Literally and figuratively. Good to see Amar back in the house, brother. He's the one sending me my videos. Appreciate it. Rad, seriously, talk. What's your thoughts on the World's Economy Forum? I think it's meant to make people just jump in the line. Follow. Just be followers and hive mind. D-Man Fiddy is back. Good to see you, brother. Here's another one, Mr. E. Angel wings on their back, another classic. I'm your age, Rad. These kids today would never make it back in the day. They would never survive the beatings alone or for being effeminate. Jason Reed. No. And we use those real terms. We use those real terms. Thanks for posting that, D-Man, in the Rumble. Every video I know is getting now synced to the Rumble. Rad, I like my house, but having all that land and the maintenance was too much. I'm close to Boston at my other place, and it's low maintenance. That's the thing. I just don't want any more maintenance anymore. John Boston, I have a no tattoo, zero tattoo tolerance. Good for you. That septum boring is like a pin on a grenade. Pull the pin and run because she's about to blow up. SCE. My ex was 5 and 300 pounds and got a big nasty tat on her back. Ugh. That does not age well. Ease in the house. Good to see you, brother. I think it's a good topic. Thanks for your comment. What's your opinion about having massive debt, impossible to pay or recovering? Just another way to capture men and women, to basically steal their soul. We need some Cinderella videos, girls around nowadays, not these lame hoes. How about remember the cover of Slaughter, their first one with the gal? She was on that spinning dart wheel. Oh my gosh, she was hot. Slaughter's first album. Or who else? Motley Crue have one. Cinderella had just those gorgeous women. Sorry, Rad, but I won't be following the herd. That's for idiots. Well, we hope you don't, brother. Anyhow, this has been a great stream. I'm going to cut it short. I didn't have a lot of time today, but want to let you guys know there are hidden red flags we've got to be on the lookout for. Because if not, you'll be called controlling and abusive. Rebel against defeat, chase excellence, masculinity, men first.